and welcome to the Career Coach. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Okay, I'm sorry. God, it's difficult. I just button myself up so that no one looks at me in that way. Okay. Hi, and welcome to the Career Coach podcast, a show where we talk to some super cool people who have had some super interesting career and academic trajectories. Today we'll be talking to Tanay Botra, who is an architect who calls himself a tall weird lad, but he has a very strong sense of aesthetic and has used his knowledge from architecture to expand in photographic works of art. He has been an architecture student in the PVP College of Pune. Hi, Tanay.
Hi, hi.
This is a student administered program. Our aim is to offer information from other students who have recently graduated. None of this information is to be taken as advice. Nobody in this video or in the team is a guidance or career counselor, nor are we experts in the fields which we have chosen. We do not intend to look down on any career or academic path and hope these stories will be taken in the spirit in which they were said. Our experiences are personal and cannot be universally applied. We hope this video is helpful to whoever watches it and it equips you with some relevant insights. Enjoy.
What exam do you have to give for getting into architecture?
So, if you're getting, so as I live in Pune, if we are getting into any colleges which are in Maharashtra, so
Yeah.
NATA is necessary.
I'm
And
sorry?
NATA, NATA,
NATA. Okay.
yeah, that's the entrance exam. And if I want to get into the colleges outside Maharashtra, say Delhi or somewhere, then maybe JEE Part 2, that is the architectural JEE, is then needed.
How long is the architecture course?
5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's divided like 4 years. Some students in Mumbai maybe have 4+1, that is 4 years of their academic career and 1 year internship. So, but maybe in Pune University it differs. It's like 4.5 and next 6 months in internship. So, but in total,
Okay.
5 years is there.
Acha. Okay. So what typically happens in the first year, second year? Can you tell me about that a little?
Yeah, first year is basically they try and introduce you to the technical subjects of architecture and the basic core idea of designing. So there are very like many fun exercises with tangrams also. So you feel like you're in nursery of architecture. So that's like how the first year looks, and then as you go ahead in second year, third year, the things start getting complicated, and by third year then you start designing maybe complexes, and fourth year is urban designing as per our curriculum.
Urban designing.
That's what comes in fourth year. And then fifth
Okay.
year is the first semester of fifth year is the internship, and then is the thesis.
Thesis.
Yeah.
So before we move on into understanding about the thesis and the internship process more, what are the kind of subjects that are there in the first year, and what is the examination pattern?
Okay. Examination is very simple. So I guess the subjects are divided into two types. One which are practical based as well and design based, and few are theoretical. That you just have to write a theory
Okay.
for that. And for designing as such, there is architectural designing, where you start designing small projects. Then comes basic designing,
Hmm.
is like the fun of designing. Then there's theory of structures, which is like
Oh.
technical part of the structure. You calculate the force and the proportions. Then there's the materials, where you have to calculate with the bricks and stuff. So that's what
Wow.
comes into the initial first year. These are the subjects, and the theoretical
Okay.
subjects are with respect to theoretical subjects. One was environmental science, then was history of architecture. So these are the kind of subjects we have, and uh, in terms of the examination for them is we have the jury for designing and materials, and then the theory exam for the rest of the papers, and then also the portfolio marking is done, and it's
Okay.
twice a year, so like one exam per semester.
Okay. Okay. One exam per semester and twice a year.
Yeah.
Okay. And typically, what were your college timings during architecture? And also, if you can tell us what was, how much free time did you have apart from college and college work, and were you capable of doing any extracurricular activities during the first 2-3 years?
There's not a lot of free time in architecture actually. Cheats and
Okay.
the work takes up everything. But our college timings were, it differs actually. Like if you're in starting of the semester, it's a little easier. It's from 8 to 2 is the official timing. Then 2 to 5:30 are the extra classes. So basically
Oh
it's 8 to 5:30. And
my
2,
God.
2 to 5:30 there is no faculty. So everyone is by their own enjoying. So yeah, it's 8 to 5:30, and in certain cases where you're towards the end of your portfolio making for the juries, and so at those given time, it's maybe 8 to 8, or maybe you have to stay overnight. So it depends actually,
Wow.
but yeah, that's the basic scenario of the course. And
Exactly happens in juries, as you mentioned? And how was your time towards the end of architecture? What did you have to focus on? What were the subjects and stuff?
towards the fifth year,
Yes, towards the fourth and the
fourth
fifth
and
year.
fifth year. So juries are, like the best parts of your academic career, because it's like where you're presenting the what you could say, the project you have been designing for last semester, and everyone is like on their heads because jury
Wow.
is like, it's a saying that, if jury kills, everyone is gone. So everyone is afraid of the jury at the university, where you have to take your portfolio, you have to present your design, tell them everything, how your design works, and maybe they'll ask few questions or the queries they find in your design. That's how it's an interactive.
Acha.
It's not like a present and go thing.
Oh, so is it like a Viva or something? Because we have that in engineering.
Yeah, Viva only. That we say
Okay.
jury. Yeah, and for materials jury, it's different. They put forth few questions in terms of technicality, and then you have to answer them.
Yeah.
Not a theoretical, but the practical ones. Like for example, they'll give
Okay.
you the square foot and tell them how many bricks you'll need, or just to give an example. So, but yeah, fourth year is
My God.
mostly the urban designing. That's the lead of it. And by the end of fourth year, you start making your portfolio for the internships. So that is
Okay.
for the Pune University. But if someone is in Mumbai University, they give their thesis first and then they have to apply for internship. So
Okay.
that
So
differs.
okay, so what I'm understanding is you can have a thesis, you have a thesis and an internship in the fifth year, and sometimes in a few colleges the internship is before the thesis, and in a few colleges the internship is after the thesis.
Yeah. No,
Correct?
in few colleges, the thesis in the fourth year itself.
Oh,
And they have
okay.
1 year internship.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like the fourth year ka first semester is a dissertation, and the second semester is their thesis.
Wow.
Well, for us, entire fourth year is dissertation also, and then internship and then thesis.
Okay. So what exactly happens in this thesis that you have to submit in the final year or the fourth year?
So thesis is basically the culmination of all your architectural knowledge, and translating your knowledge into a project you have chosen. So you have to choose
Okay.
a certain topic, mostly social oriented, because as architects are social doers, so mostly the topic should be going in sync with the social problems which are there, and it's on us. We have to choose some problem, and then
Hmm.
kind of conceptualize it and put forth our architectural solution for it.
Okay. And what did you choose your thesis upon?
So my
Can you
was,
share?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a hypothesis actually, for the kids in Syria, which was called Children
Wow.
Uprooted. So it
Wow.
was kind of, imagining a space where a kid could positively enhance his childhood, and can we as architects help them, at least 1% to find their lost childhood.
Wow. That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, so broadly that was the thesis.
So I remember you telling me once that you're into freelance right now. And what kind of freelance projects have you done? And are they, how much are they related to architecture?
So I started with enterprise itself. That was my first project, and which I got immediately after completing the thesis. So that was
Okay.
the first freelance project I did as well. So after enterprise, I was not here for few months, and then again I started taking up projects, and one is coming up in Viman Nagar, that is
Okay.
on hold right now due to the corona thing. So
So I also know this about you that you're into photography a lot, you're into aesthetics a lot. So how has that enhanced your skills as an architect?
so it's not just photography. Actually, there are three dots. Travel, photography, and architecture, which kind of have developed me through all these years. And so I still am very fond of cycling, and whenever I got time, I used to cycle, and that's how the thing for traveling came up. And
Yeah.
traveling through many Indian states, kind of gave me this open lookout to the local life of people, which is very different in every state. So those aspects and aspects of the natural beauty,
Yeah.
these self learning, you know subconsciously triggered this sense of designer in me, which helped me as a architecture student. And then these learning from architecture, scale, the proportions, you know the density, so these helped me to develop my photography language of
Wow.
this. So it's like the three dots connecting themselves.
Awesome. That's really cool. I never thought that, yeah, now that I think about it, it makes sense, but travel and photography can really enhance your architecture skills.
Yeah. So I guess it's not just both, but anything you learn kind of comes back to the basics of architecture. It just you have to do decode, let it. Even like for me, movies are the biggest inspiration for me for architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is your
it's
favorite movie that
yeah.
has inspired you the most?
Sorry.
Which movie has inspired you the most for in architecture?
So in architecture, there are many. There's this film called Sir. Have you
Oh,
heard?
I've heard of it.
It's a recent film, 2018 or 2019, but it beautifully decodes the architectural design we do. It's not architectural film, but the way it kind of narrates through the spaces
Yeah.
tells you a lot about the culture of people and how they use those spaces.
Wow.
That social hierarchy. It's, for example, say Parasite. That was the biggest architectural film. The
Okay.
house in Parasite. So yeah, there are many films which have kind of inspired.
What are your friends, what are your batchmates doing right now? What are the different things your batchmates are doing right now in architecture?
A few have started jobs, few have got into masters, few are freelancing. Yeah, those are the three things. And few have gotten into theoretical research also. So it's
Wow.
not just like if you did BRs, then you have to carry forward with it. But few have got into civil working, few have left architecture and they are in singing and music. So there are a number of things.
Tell us what are the future options an architect can get in master's programs.
Uh, there are many options now, as like for example, it's so earlier there was like specific BR and then MArch, so which was like masters in architecture in general as a whole. But now they've kind
Yeah.
of segregated in a very deep sense, as like for example, if you are interested into sustainability, then you can
Hmm.
only learn about the sustainability in architecture. Or for example, if you have to learn just about core designing of architecture, so then that
Okay.
even that is there. Then
Wow.
this technical thing also about program management, project management. Sorry. So
Hmm.
that project management is basically how your project comes up on ground, not on the sheets, but on grounds.
One more question that I have is, what kind of jobs does an architect get after completing their degree?
Many like When you're so architecture needs a lot of patience, you know. It's not like you got out and you're getting projects. Only if you're lucky you get. But the process is very rigorous after you complete the bachelor's, you know. So during your academic session you get a lot of theoretical knowledge, but
Okay.
there's a difference between on ground practice and your, you know, immediate pass out brain.
Hmm.
So for that, you know, taking professional experience at least for a year, two, maybe 5 years, depending, is very necessary. And then maybe, and
Wow.
after that, you know, you can start with various kind of practices. Like for example, there are few firms which kind of only gets into the competitions, and they
Hmm.
get projects by winning the competitions.
Hmm.
So that's like one type of practice. One type is, you know, getting the clients around you. So there are
Hmm.
a number of practices now which are coming up in architecture design. It's not
Okay.
like as old days, you know, you get out, you work with someone, you start your own practice. It's not like
Wow.
it, you know, the same scale. That's not there now. So there are a number of options you can get. There are few firms I know which are into filmmaking and architecture.
Wow. Brilliant.
So it's that's the beauty of architecture, you know. It's like the whole aura of designing coming together.
Okay. Like I used to think when I was young, I didn't want to take architecture because there is a lot of drawing and all involved in it, and a lot of homework and hard work involved in it, as compared to maybe an engineering that I'm doing. So is that true? And do you really need to have good drawing skills to be an architect?
No, you don't need to be having, you know, great skills of drawing, but yes, hard work is there a lot.
Hard work is there a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Drawing thing evolves, man. Like if even if you don't know drawing right now, when you're entering architecture, by the end of fifth year, you know how to draw plans, you know how to design a space. So
Yeah.
drawing doesn't matter that much, but hard work and patience is the, you know, the two main aspects you have to have.
Okay. So thank you so much for this great conversation about how to become an architect and what are the 5 years of architecture college. What are the 5 years of an architect looks like when they're in college. And so I'll be putting in your LinkedIn in our description below, and anyone who wants can reach out to Tanay and ask him and bombard him with questions about how to become an architect or what are the challenges he's faced and all and stuff like that. And I'm sure Tanay wouldn't mind. Tanay, would you mind?
Oh, sure, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So also I'll be putting down Tanay's website. You should check it out. He's a minimalist and he's a coolio. So the website he's made is, please do like, share and subscribe with anyone who you think will benefit from this.